Yeah.
Nigga, I'm saying though, shoebox full of hundreds, got them bands so it be a whole lot of flexing with my team, boy. Big shit popping off, find a scene small. And if you really want them bands, gotta focus, nigga. Got no time trying to sit around and coach you, nigga. Knowing how to get it, nigga, I'm saying though, shoebox full of hundreds, got them bands so I wait gram from gram, trying to decipher. Hit my beam with a test, and I'm hoping that she like it. You wanna snip that? Nah, I'm hoping you get back. You smell it through the rapping, you knowing you can flip that. Niggas, honcho burritos, tacos, we flip those and make more than we get more. Jack boys working, so you go with that kick.
What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_ Kenny. Hey! At Retired from the Streets TV. Welcome back to another installment. I'm about to blow the light. Ah! I'm at HP. HP don't play about them lights. Highland Park don't play. The police been chilling here lately, but Highland Park notorious. Highland Park, Hamtramck, man. So anyway, welcome back. Man, it been rough for you, boy. I ain't complaining though, 'cause I was built for this. It been one thing after another though, which to me is always a great indicator that I'm on the right track, because the devil don't come for nobody who ain't winning. You understand what I'm saying? He already got the losers. He already got them in the headlock. You feel me? Them his best friends. They negative. They don't see no way out. And usually somebody who perpetually losing is losing because they don't got it in their heart and their mind and their spirit that they're a winner. They don't look at the opportunity that they present. That they gonna give you a chance to either go off your porch, step left or right, make a right or left turn at that corner, take the freeway or the street. Whatever your option that you choose will ultimately, step by step, mathematically lead you to where you end up at. Let me roll this window up. So, let me get to the point of the episode today, right? I'm still at Macomb, right? This is late 1999. I'm still a young buck. I'm on my way to being 23 years old in a couple of months, right? If I sound a little stuffy or my voice sound a little low, it's because my sinuses is all in my ear and everything, so my ear stopped up. I barely can hear out this bad boy. So for the last couple days, they've been telling me, speak up, I can't hear you. So anywho, my mans had already tried to get on my visiting list. My man Rodney, rest in peace. My man Rodney had already tried to get on my visiting list before I went to Virginia when I was in Jackson. You know, a couple of years older than me, so he probably, maybe a few years actually, so I think he'd have been like 26 at the time, so he's about 4 years older than me, right? So this was my man though. This was a dude I was getting a lot of Mary Jane from when I was over on the west side of town, over on Plymouth and Rutland, between Elmira and Orange Line. Shout out to everybody over there on Rutland, off of Plymouth between Elmira and Orange Line. If y'all remember me, if y'all from that area, y'all remember me from the from 98 when I used to be over there doing my thizzle, give me a shout out in the comment section, right? I run into Rodney because I knew him from summer camp, right? Run back into him over there at this little strip joint called Club Delegance, right? And I wasn't going there. I was going up there to take somebody some tree. It just so happened he was getting out his car, about to go in there and have him a good time. Club Elegance was a strip joint over there, a pink building. I remember the specifics. A pink building, black cursive letters, right there on Plymouth, not far from Rutland. So I go up there. I'm about to bust me a sale. See this dude. He like, KB. I look. I'm like, oh man. So anybody call me KB, I already know you know me for a long time, right? Or you're an imposter trying to act like you knew me for a long time. We get to talking. He get to talking about how many units he moving and whatnot. Like, dog, what you doing? What you over here doing? I'm over here with my homegirl, staying with her for a minute. Me and Pops fell out, got kicked out. I'm in the crib. He like, dog, you wild. And he tell me, not your daddy, man. He said, your daddy a killer. you talking reckless to him? I said, yeah, I disrespected him. Excuse me. He put me out. So we started talking about let's get together. So boom, I didn't get a chance to make that to make a lot of money with him before I got locked up. We had a few transactions that were lucrative though. I was getting some cheap prices for the elbows. Now back then, a pound would cost you a good pound, a stack or better. He was coming to me with them for the 8 ball. That's good in any climate, right? So I was on a little couple of extra hundred. Them little couple of extras came in handy because I was stacking back up to get my car fixed, staying with somebody. Boom, get locked up, caught my bed. Rodney running to my mama at King Cole grocery store on Claremont off Woodward, and told her, man, tell your son, gave her $50 for me. Said, send this to him and tell him I said put me on his visiting list. Now, you have to get approved first to be on somebody's visiting list in Michigan, right? So they had to approve him first. So I put him on the list, but they had to approve his application, rather. I'm saying that backwards. He had to get approved to be on official. You could put him on the list, but he can't come see you officially until he get approved through his visitor application. At the time, he had a warrant hanging over his head, so he couldn't come see me. So he was trying to see me before I go to Virginia. When I get back from Virginia, where I'm at now, I'm Macomb, I end up calling him and whatnot, and we talk. We talk probably about once a month or something. I called him. He like, dog, I got that warrant cleared up. Man, I might shoot an application in, right? He said, I'm gonna just go up to Mountain Road and pick one up. You ain't gotta mail it to me. I'm like, smart move. So he do that, shoot the application in. Probably about maybe a few weeks later, my man comes see me, man. Now, I love my parents, I love my family, but ain't nothing like when a homeboy comes see you. Somebody that come from the mud with you, somebody that come from the dirt with you, right? And it's just a different energy because dudes don't do that. Women usually come see a lot of dudes in prison, in male prisons. So my man come see me, we had a good time, and I ate about 3 cheeseburgers, Snickers, all the stuff they didn't have on the visiting list as far as candy. I was out there just picking out. I had got so much stuff messing with him, he got so much junk. We end up giving stuff away to other visitors, you know, inmates who was having visits and whatnot. Yeah, man, that was a good time. So what I'm about to tell y'all next is real bittersweet, man. On this visit, he was trying to get, you know, I told him, like, bro, I just left Virginia. It's wide open down there. Up here, I'm going to find me a lane, a way to get me something moving. But just give me time, because right now they got us in this weird unit situation. We're not in a real unit. We're in a temporary unit until they find us some permanent bed in space. But I might be shooting level 1 because my counselor just came and hollered at me. So I might not be here for long. I'm going to see how level 1 look. So he like, bet, I got you. I got a lot of stuff on the floor. I got a few different strands. Y'all see ghosts in the background? I got a few different strands of this, and I'm doing this now, and I'm doing this, and I'm popping with the, man, he had all type of stuff going on, which is like, it's like him, because me and him both clicked because we always was seeing each other over the years in different settings. He like, you know these people too? And I'm like, dog, how you know these people? How you get over here? So we was always bumping heads randomly out in the suburbs, an hour away from Detroit, 30 minutes away, out somewhere partying, out at Clutch Cargo and Pontiac. When that was popping, we'd be seeing each other on a regular basis. And trust me, wasn't nobody from the city going nowhere past 8 Mile without no license. And I was doing it. I ain't had no else, but I was out everywhere, me and him both. So as he describing how this bag situation looking for him and whatnot, I got excited. I'm like, yeah, we can do numbers, because my pops them already killing them in the street off the raw and the, you know, and off the dog food and the raw. I mean, and you know, the cocaine, right? So I wanted my own lane as always. So yeah, we planned on doing that. So I ended up calling him. He's supposed to came and see me probably a week or so after that visit. He said, I'm gonna come back in about 2 weeks or whatever, bro. I'm like, all right, bet. So I call him like probably once a month, like I say. But we got this business on the floor, so that's how I'm gonna call him. Call him, wouldn't get no answer. I waited about an hour, hit him back, no answer. Next day, early in the morning, I'm talking to the OG. I said, hey, look, go on the 3-way and call Rodney phone for me. She called straight to voicemail. I'm like, damn. All right, I'm gonna call back later on the day and whatnot. I'm gonna call him first, and I'm gonna call you back later on the day. Try to patch me in again. So after lunch, call my bro. No answer. So, you know, it ain't, I don't know how his phone scheduling is because I don't call him that often, right? But still, after a couple of days and we got something on the floor, I'm thinking, you gonna recognize this number and charge your phone or something that you gotta do to get your butt so you can answer my calls. Why, let me think. Later on that day, I had my mama call again. She called straight to voicemail. So I said, well, call this number. This is sister number. Because you know how it is. It's my sister number. If you can't get in touch with me, if it's something important, boom, boom, all this, all right, call this sister. Okay, I'm back. Ghost tripping. He saw a dog. He don't like no dogs. His dude tweaking. So, sister get to crying. She like, Ken. I'm like, what up, though? I already knew something was up. I'm like, I don't want no bad news. I'm like, tell me, bro, ain't locked up or none. She was like, no. His car crashed last night. Somebody was shooting at him. And he got shot. And she say somebody was shooting at him. And he ended up getting hit. His car spun, hit a pole, and he broke his neck. Man, listen. I'm picturing this. I'm picturing my bro, out probably handling his business and while she talking to me. So I'm really like, let me pull off. I didn't take care of my business. So I'm picturing him out here handling his business, And I asked her, like, y'all don't know what happened? Y'all know who was shooting at him? Like, what was going on? Was he beefing with somebody? She was like, no, he went to check a dude that he dropped something off to. And this is my thing too, right? He dropped this dude off some soft, some white. We're gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get too crazy on here, right? But this wasn't his lane though, really. Now, mind you, he was always dude like me, like I say, who had multiple lanes over the years, but that wasn't his main lane. His main lane was the tree. That's what I knew him for. So when I'm like, he dropped what off? She dropped some soft off. He did the dude old him, and he was what you call it, penny pinching. He was spoon feeding the money back, and this didn't sit well with bro. Like it wouldn't nobody. I don't care if I give you something, give my money back, bro. I'm going through that right now with dudes who owe me for not no drugs and nothing, but just for loans. I loan you bread, $400-500. I loan you whatever. I let you come. Some dude, I let my man come strip the whip down. You got all the parts off here you can take. Throw me a fair price. It's been over almost a year and a half. This brother penny pinching me. Come give me $200 while my OG wasn't feeling well. I thought maybe he thought that my sentiments was gonna be like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm going through a hard time. No. Listen, I steal with my bread. I'm a head cracker by nature. I don't even like negotiating with dudes. So I have to. You feel me? So when I'm hearing her, I feel how bro is. Like, bro, give my money, bro. I've been waiting. I know he a patient dude. He ain't even the type. He just like me. I ain't gonna call you about the money. I'm doing an eviction right now where a young lady ain't paid rent in 6 months and she feel away. Wow. You feel away? How you think me and my business partner feel? When you buying this house and we got rent, we got bills like everybody else. So when she's telling me this story, I knew immediately what kind of situation this was. This was a dude who was looking for any excuse not to pay bro. They got into some verbiage, something happened. They probably both upped Blicky, or dude upped and got the flame in that bro, trying to get him out the way. I could see it. Clear as day in my mind. It broke my heart, man. Because for one, that wasn't even bro lane. He was just a dude who took opportunity, and ran with it. And that was my problem over the years, right? I looked at things as an opportunity, and I would run with certain things like, man, I'm about to run it up off this. No matter what it was, I would just literally, if somebody was like, dog, I know a dude who got pills, and he's selling them for this, we could make these much off of it, right? Guess what I was gonna do? Bet how much I gotta put up. You feel me? Or let's grab this many of them. And that was my problem because I was so good at hustling and being discreet and keeping my business out of everybody's face and moving real low key that I never had a problem getting to a bag. And my dude Rodney, man, my dude A-Rod, he was the same way, man. Yup. Rest in peace, Rodney Barnes. My dude, been knowing him for a long time up to that point. We both young. I'm in my early 20s, he in his mid-20s. He ain't had no kids. You feel me? And to this day, man, his sister, we still cool, his family. I say all that to say, man, if you got a lane you in and it's working for you, stay in your lane. it ain't worth it to venture off into other people's lanes or territory, or in the other lane of territory, just because they may seem lucrative, right? It's not. Because a lot of times, oftentimes, you find up, you end up finding yourself in a situation you did not want to be in, right? That you weren't prepared to be in, that you do not want to be in. You know? So when I got that news about my homeboy, I cried on the phone. I cried to my mama. I cried during count time. I cried all that week. I cried off and on for about a year or two, you know? And then when I got ready to come home off that first bid, I cried even harder because I was just making a list of everybody I was gonna bump heads with. And when I thought about him, it dawned on me, damn, my bro gone. And I can't blame him for switching lanes, right? The thing about the streets is, though, man, with the concept of being retired from the streets, you gotta remember, there is no right way to do wrong. Now, you're gonna have dudes that seem successful because they got all the trinkets of success, right? They got the whips and the jewelry. They got bodies under their belt. They getting glorified by street dudes and all that. Very rarely do dudes who still in that life, right, have a happy ending. You feel me? You don't see too many people like that have a happy ending. Yeah, you don't got too many people like that to have a happy ending. Dude, right, have me tripping. Oh, yeah. It's either the prison for a long term, or they're in the graveyard for a long term. For a long term, that extended dirt nap. So I just want y'all to be safe out there when y'all making these decisions, man. When y'all still out here serious. Like I joke about a lot of these, I make them lighthearted, but for real, at the end of the day, I know people still right now, 30, 40 plus, putting their life on the line every day, still out here in the streets. It don't make sense to me at all. Because I ain't an individual that's with that. I want to go home every night and see my baby. I like taking my daughter to school in the morning. I like picking her up from school, not having to look over my shoulder. I like making this good Facebook marketplace money, but I'm killing the game right now. It's wintertime. I done sold so many space heaters that I kept from the summertime sale at Walmart. They marked them all down 15%, and they wasn't nothing but like $40-something. So I ended up going there with the coupon. I got 10 space heaters for less than $200, and just sold all them space heaters for over $35 a piece. It ain't a lot of money, but it's a decent markup. It's almost a double up, right? I like that. I like that. It's sit for a minute, it pay off like a paycheck. I don't need all my money right now. I don't have to count everything right now. If I get a $10,000 drop today, I'm going to buy all merch. Because I know that it's gonna pay me back over the next month or so. Now, it ain't fast enough for some people who got habits and want to spend every day, but I don't got no habits. You feel me? I don't have no vices. So what I do is I let it come back like a paycheck. I let it come back in the back end. I had to learn that from being behind the scenes, doing production work over the years. When you're doing production work for artists, you're doing production work for big companies, y'all gonna get that check, but you ain't getting it today. It's gonna be in accounts receivable, right? So I love y'all, man. I tell y'all these stories from the heart, personal stories, personal things I went through. If y'all haven't done so far, get in the comment section and let me know where y'all from. Why y'all subscribe to the channel? If y'all subscribed, if y'all haven't, please subscribe. Please, man, please. Talk to y'all babies, talk to y'all little homies, talk to y'all daughters, right? Y'all sons about dating these clowns, about being these clowns. You understand what I'm saying? It's too much on the line for us as a people, right? To be still out here throwing our lives away, risking our lives and our livelihood, and not being able to come home and see our babies, man. Switching lanes and trying to be greedy and trying to grab every dollar. All money ain't good money. And I wish I could have been there more to talk to my bro Rodney and other individuals like him and say, bro, I'm in here spreading my butt and coughing, bro. for grown men. It's emasculating and dehumanizing. You feel me? So I would rather be out there struggling. I'd rather be out here in these streets struggling than be in prison and living good. That's a fact. That's a fact, or in the graveyard. So All money ain't good money, man. Y'all tighten up, man. Y'all keep nervous, keep the change. OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, advertise from the streets TV. I love y'all, man. Go ahead and share the content, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and see y'all later. I'm out.